Hey everyone, welcome to GregTech New Horizons episode 16. It's a quarter stack. Yes, that's what it is. A number of episodes is also what it is. We have some plans today. I want to finally stop my misery and stop drowning myself because I don't have any food. We are going to be gardening. At least a little bit. Look who is finally able to access his back garden with the floating tree. Half of a tree. Wait. That has grown inside the previous tree. If you remember last episode, we had like half a floating tree there. And I was like, can I put a sapling there to reconnect up the tree? And that actually works. My axe has a little bit more durability now that I have an emerald. And we might be able to tear down the entire thing now. Or just have to grow another one right there. Leveled up, and I'm starving again. Oh, I might actually be starving here. But I can't starve very quickly, otherwise, the server will crash if I don't pick this stuff up, like, right now. But I will be back when all of those trees are gone, or I am dead. I starved again. But most of the tree is gone. Picked up all of the items on the ground. There might be a few more dropping as the leaves despawn a little bit. But now we have our half-floating tree back. I have no idea if we're ever going to be able to get rid of that, or we're just going to be able to place another tree inside it, and it will just continuously grow. But yeah, we at least get a lot of logs, and at some point we're probably going to remove that, and at that point we're then most likely also going to have a real tree farm and don't have to rely on this anymore. But let's continue with our gardening. So far I hooked up, or I didn't really hook them up, I planted down these bushes, and I'm waiting for them to grow. It's part of a quest that we have to gather some berries and also some berry bushes, so I hope they will grow onto the height, or in the height department, and then we'll get some berries. Another easy quest is this, getting an apple sapling, and then we're going to probably choose the cherry sapling. I don't know if there's a best choice in that. That is the berry quest over here, and tea and grapes. Maybe we'll look into that. Or maybe we won't. I'm not quite sure if we're going to do that quest. One quest I want to do first, though, is crafting a mattock. And that should be somewhat easy. Just all parts out of bronze, shovel head, axe head, and the tool rod should all be out of bronze. I should also complete that quest now. Yeah, it updated. The gardener quest is what we're doing. And then just crafting a mattock. Since I don't want to mess up the quest at the last step, I'm not quite sure if I can actually name the mattock, so I'm not going to, but I believe we can name it afterwards if we craft it without a name, like we can with our pickaxe. So let's just take that. That should update the quest. That should update the quest. Update the quest. Thank you. And we get all of that stuff, which is really nice, and some useless coins as well. So that should be that quest updated, and there are a few more. One of which being crafting a lunch box. That's an upgrade to our lunch bag that I obviously haven't been using since I don't have any food. But that now should have greater storage, if I can access it. I don't know how to access it is the problem. There we go. A few slots for food, so we could theoretically put in some food if we had some. Next step would be getting some food, and as far as I have read, destroying grass blocks with my mattock should grant me seeds if they are not nearby water. So I don't know if that means they have spawned nearby water or if they are just not nearby water. And I also don't know if it's normal grass blocks or these grass blocks because they have the same name. Oh, there we go. So hoeing the grass blocks gives me seeds. But I don't know how useful those will be. Most of them really aren't that useful, since most of them are just witchery seeds that we don't really need yet, since we can't really access witchery. What is useful, though, is the barley seeds and the wheat, since those should grant me wheat and barley, obviously, and both of those also should be able to make bread out of them. And with bread and soybeans, we can make a lot of different meals, and that's the basic idea that I have. So we're going to have one field of wheat and bread, and the other one is going to be soybeans. Big problem though, I don't have any soybeans. And I also don't quite know how to get them. I'm expecting them to spring from some of these herbs or gardens that we already harvested, but I don't know which ones. I'm also maybe going to target a, quicksand, target a village because those often have some of their farms as the Pam's Harvest Craft stuff, so that's exactly where I'm going to be heading. Wheat time, quest complete. I found a village and I was going to harvest all of the wheat since we need the seeds and maybe try out some of the crafting recipes if it even works out how I wanted to. I've also found some asparagus and celery over here. No soybeans yet though, but I haven't been looking too hard quite yet. Man, someone was having fun with Mainliner here. It's actually not even in the pack. Why did they do this? There's a huge hole down here, and they seemingly weren't even able to fly. I really don't understand why the entire wall is missing on this part, and why there's a huge hole down there. Look what I found! I think that's a soybean, right? Let's drop that. That's peas. I don't like peas. Eggplants are okay, and soybeans are gross, but they give a lot of good food. This might take a little while, seeing as the barley already grew and this hasn't even developed in one stage. Outlined it with some cobblestone to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe I will even expand the road over here. Not too sure how we're going to do that. Also, I figured out why the Mattock wanted me to use it not nearby water, because nearby water, it actually hosts the ground, and not nearby water, it does that, and gives me seeds, which is really good to know. So I'm going to finish outlining that, hope that I get some more soybeans, some way, somehow, and figure out some crafting recipes that we can do. Progress update, we are at 57% with our first soybean crop. Amazing, I know. Also, we can do, I believe, 12 crafting recipes with mostly wheat and soybean. Some of the ingredients we already have, like apples over there, and some also requires the carrots and potatoes that we have growing under here that aren't really that useful currently. I might have to bring those up here again. I also added in a path right here, connecting that and our main base. Lined it with some berries on this side. We also have the berries growing over there. Don't quite know how far these have developed. Do those even spring into the higher blocks so we can actually farm them a little bit better? Because so far we don't have any berries on top of these berry bushes. Like, berry bushes on top of the berry bushes. Most of the wheat recipes, however, require that we actually process the wheat. Some only require flour and others require dough or bread. The problem with flour and bread and dough is that in order to get dough we need water, and in order to make bread we need 2 dough in a forming press wood. No, there we go, you can see it there. 2 dough for 1 dough bread, and then we can burn that to get real bread, and from that we can probably also make toast. Since the soybean progress is really slow, I decided to go into the farm world and look for some more, and you could see it popping out there wherever I hit it. It's these things that they crop out of, so I'm looking for these and getting more soybeans currently. I love the Sacred Springs biome. It's the coolest biome. It has the nicest grass on all the biomes and the coolest and biggest trees. I just want to find out if I can actually get this one down. I hear a lot of leveling up, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, the canopy is probably going to stay, at least in parts. Yeah, it's still half of a tree, so yeah, that was kind of stupid idea because I can't really pick up all of the logs. So whoopsie daisy, let's get out of here so that isn't loaded any longer. Wow, this is truly beautiful. It's not as nice as the normal vanilla biome because they just spawn sporadically, not like terrain as they do in vanilla, which you would have known if you saw my vanilla video. It was really fun to map out an entire biome. Here it would have probably been a lot easier because we have a lot of flowers in here already. I also see a village up there. I might take some, but I probably won't because my inventory is too tiny for that. Yes, I was looking for the word tiny there for around 5 seconds. It takes a really long time sometimes. What's up there? Ooh, where am I though? Follow. That looks interesting. Hunting those quests down like Chinatown. What is it today with those rhymes? I have no idea. But that's another quest with the watering can. We should be able to speed up the crop growth of our soybeans, which I now have a lot of since I was looking for them. I hope it's still as good as in the other mod packs. But it's seemingly taking a little bit more time. Farmed some of the tofu, and now we can make wet tofu. It's quite a few more steps since you can craft the presses that Pam's Harvest Craft provides, so we have to make the wet tofu and centrifuge that next. So we get silken tofu, and that stuff we now have to put into a compressor. You also have a chance of getting soy milk, and it's also not a 100% chance to get 2 silken tofu. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, and sometimes I even get soy milk, as I said. Lastly, there we go. Firm tofu, not eaten recently. That's 1 snack bar. And with that and a little bit more stuff, we can actually make a very decent meal. A very simple and very nourishable snack is actually just a stock, because 1 soybean grants you half a hunger bar, but combined with a pod, it gives you 3 that each provide 1. So that's pretty decent, but we can even go further. If we use some flour, that, and the firm tofu, we get some meaty stew that actually grants us 3. So if we eat that, when we do, that's pretty good food, and I have 12 other things that I'm going to try out how to craft. I might have just found a huge exploit, which allows me to get really easy food for no cost whatsoever. Let's take a lot of this, which you can see is everywhere in the nether. Craft the chunks of flesh that we get into normal flesh in a 2x2, remember 2x2, and then stuff it in a macerator. 1 flesh block has been macerated now, 1 flesh block, and we get 9 mince meat. So what is this mince meat stuff? And why is it so good? It's pretty much firm tofu. It's a entirely easy to get meat substitute, so I don't even have to plant tofu. I'm just going to get this stuff and I can make the same stuff that I can with firm tofu. We should even be able to find the meat soup I just did. Right here, I can replace this with that mince meat item. And that is just, that's a little bit overpowered. As I'm pretty sure that is going to be fixed soon, I'm going to exploit it as long as I can. GregTech is hard enough, and if I keep starving, I'm definitely going to take a lot of food with me here. There is a weird spider of death somewhere here. Oh, I see it. It's up there. I don't know why it's attacking me. It was so nice before, and now I'm killing it because it attacked me. Does it even die? Will I die first? I will die first, right? Yep. Great idea. I'm also eating an apple. That's pretty bad timing, but I'm gonna kill it now. While eating an apple. Chewing on an apple. Whoopsie daisy, I just used a steel plate on the top of this basic centrifuge. I don't know how to get it off. It's probably some tool, I'm guessing the wrench. But yeah, it's actually really nice to know that you can do that just for decoration purposes. You can't really access the machine anymore now, but it still works on the front sides. Also currently processing all of that meat. It takes quite a while, but I also get a lot of mincemeat. Random quest update. Quest updated, another fuel source. I was looking at that. Let's scroll up. That should be in Stone Age, maybe even. Yes, we haven't claimed that. A little bit more food. Not that we need it. Also haven't claimed that quest. Yet another little bit more food. But if we look in my lunch bag, I have to close it. I have quite a lot of food now. Despite having all that food available to me now, which you can see, right here I have a lot of it. And by a lot, I mean a lot of it. I still want to try to get the healing axe, because I think with the watering can it should be pretty easy. I gathered some of the items that we need to make. For example, for this delighted meal, we need a lot of different ingredients that partially I have, partially I don't have. So we're going to have a second or a third field over here that will just house one of every crop that we need for all of the quests that we have right here. All of the items should be pretty easy to get now that we have a watering can. I just have to set it up correctly. Not looking too impressive because I only have 5 ingredients and I need a lot more. Some of them include some lavender, I need some rice, some chili I need some coconuts, which will be a little bit hard to get. Then I also need maple syrup, which will be hard to get. Spinach and some cooked chicken is something I need to gather still. But I have no idea where to get rice. I tried getting it before, and that's one of the things that I really don't know how to get. My guess was that rice sprung from these grass gardens, since a lot of the other wheat spring from this. But so far I haven't found any rice. There's like barley, corn, and that is oats. Rice looks like that, and that's exactly what we need for the rice curry in order to make the rainbow curry. But as I said, not quite sure where to get the rice. Also don't really have a clue where the spinach springs from. I thought maybe these leafy gardens or these stalk gardens, but none of them drop it. I found some coconuts right here. I'm not quite sure if I can actually get some coconut trees from that if I just hit down the leaves. I believe I just have to wait here for one to grow, which will be very painful since I don't have my watering can on me. And I still haven't gotten any rice. I've been hitting these things left, right, and center, and it doesn't drop any rice. Got my watering can, came back here. It doesn't do anything, like absolutely nothing. I've been standing here clicking for a solid minute, and we don't even have 1% on any of these, so that's a bust. Maybe we shouldn't get too invested in making all of them in just one episode right now. But just try making one, and I think I have a pretty good one searched out. This delighted meal should be doable. We need a little bit more lettuce and a few more other things, but I think we could do that. I really thought we would need sugarcane since we need a smoothie, but in actuality there's no sugar in smoothies apparently, just snowballs. They stuff the entire snowball in the smoothie glass, and you don't even need a glass. You need, for a smoothie, you need a hammer, you need a fruit, and a snowball. No sugar, no glass. Who knew, right? Finally! Man, those were a lot of tools that I just broke there. Cooking is not very fun in this mod pack. It isn't in real life either. Does it actually update? It consumes it as well. Great. Okay, one off the list. A lot more to go. Haven't really paid too much attention to that part of the quest, but we also have that part covered. You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you? Because I haven't revealed it yet. Here we go. And there we go. 128 of each of these. That took a very long time to process. Actually didn't take too much time to farm, but more the processing time was the issue. Since we don't have that much more time to do stuff, I thought how about we revisit the Twilight, and maybe I will even find some rice or spinach in here. Not looking out for that though. We recently defeated the Naga, and next up would be the Lich, and I should actually have something marked down on my map somewhere. Found this hollow hill on my way here, and I thought, let's look into that, and it's the same hollow hill that I found earlier, and it obviously doesn't have any diamonds in it. So I'm very sad about that, but I'm definitely going to dig into some more hollow hills that I find. Didn't expect it to be that easy to find galena, silver, and lead somewhere. There we go, lead. All of that just lying around in a cave, you know, that's a vanilla level. I play GregTech. I won't even take this stuff. Yes, I will. I take all the handouts I can get in this game. So let me take all of that and complete a quest. And quest complete. Lead, galena, and silver. Galena is like a mix of lead and silver, but if you smelt it, you actually get just lead, which is very rare in here. I got a lot of galena and very few lead. Silver is somewhat common on the upper layers, but that's about it. So, uncommon garbage and useless bags. Great, coins, not useless bags. Bags aren't useless, right? Anything else I need to do here? Fight a lich, probably, but that's in any one of these other quest lines. You gotta be joking me, right? Last time I just found 2 lich shards before I found any nagas. Now I found another naga. I hope this one is not dead because I can actually use some naga scales. Please give me spinach. Disappointment. Almost. It's tea leaves which look like spinach. And I've also figured out a trend with these. These are like weird foods. These are also weird foods. Okay, I don't notice a trend really. This is one garden that has like spicy stuff inside it, and that's the thing I've been noticing. And another garden has like stuff that I don't eat inside it, like broccoli. I think it's this one actually. Yeah, like broccoli and cabbage and all that stuff. Yeah, no one really likes. That's that garden. Let's maybe not die here. I don't know if I'm going to get back here. Yeah, I'll actually take this naga on. Oh man, I actually didn't die there. That was more than unexpected, but I don't have any inventory space, so let's just throw that out and maybe that out. And I would also like to take the yellow heart. Now it's just time to find a lich, finally, maybe, somewhere. Do you see what I see? It's the opportunity to find some diamonds in a hollow hill. I doubt it, but I still hope so. Hopes and dreams were shattered, and I didn't find any diamonds in here. Loads of gold, loads of lapis, even found some apatite up there, but no diamonds, and I'm pretty certain we won't find any in these, so I'm not going to dig down in any more of these, and will hopefully find my way out of these as well. Of this one in particular. Remember that time, around 5 minutes ago, when I said we were going to fight a lich right now, right then and there, and then 5 minutes later we haven't fought a lich yet? Well, guess what's not gonna happen today? Fighting a lich. Yes, I'm postponing that because I'm out of time. So, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. There are some more things to the right of me and stuff to the left of me as well. So, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, hopefully. When we fight a lich, maybe.